Hey, welcome back to the second video on setting the sides of the guitar into the guitar neck. If you remember from the previous video, or indeed if you haven't watched it, watch that one first, because this one will make little sense unless you do. We've cut the slots in the side of the heel, ready to receive the wedges that will hold the body sides in place. And I must confess, I got a little bit carried away, and I've actually fitted the tuners, created the apertures and the holes for the tuning heads to sit into the side of the guitar. So I apologise if I didn't film that. I got a bit carried away, a bit excited. But I will show you the technique when I come round, get round to doing this one. Obviously, same technique. I'll try not to forget and not to get too excited. Anyway, so if you remember, we've cut the slots in the side there with the relevant angles, 3-degree angle along the front face where the body sides are going to offer in, at around about, well, sorry, around about exactly the point of the 12th fret. Just a straight 90-degree cut down the front there, and a kind of wedge-shaped, a nominal degree, if you like. I mean, at the end of the day, you can choose whatever you prefer, but a slight curve to that aspect there, creating a wedge shape. I've then made 2 wedges, which will slot into those, and exactly copied the angles of 3-degree along that face and the taper along the back there, as denoted by that taper there. Incidentally, when you get around to doing this, do mark the top of each wedge to the correlating point on the neck blank itself, because this being done by hand, obviously neither of them are going to be the same. I'm sure that there are some wonderful luthiers and carpenters and joiners and people of that ilk that can do it, but it's a lot simpler if you just make one wedge at a time and make sure that you mark them up so you know which wedge goes in which hole. So that one's A, that one's B, no mistakes, we know where we're going. So you will also potentially notice that when I hold this wedge in position, it actually extends further than the heel of the guitar. Reason for that, this is a little bit of scrap wood from the side of the guitar, which is now being roughly dimensioned, so this is a bit left over, but obviously it is the thickness that the side of the guitar is going to be at. And even though we've got that relatively loose, you can see it's protruding quite a way down through, when we offer the side in and lock it in with the wedge, even with a little bit of pressure, you'll see that it doesn't actually extend all the way to the bottom. So that just tells me that I've got to take some more material off in order to drop it down to the level we need, and we want it to extend, if anything at all, potentially even below the level of the heel of the guitar, so that we can then trim it off flush, so that when it's walloped down in situ on the Solera workboard, it will make contact with the underside of the back of the guitar and become a coherent part of the structure of the back of the heel. So that's where we're at. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by showing you how to plane a little bit more off the back of there. If you don't know how to do that, then you probably shouldn't be watching this, because if you can't use a plane. Anyway, so I'll get back to you when I've done that. Okie dokie. So, taking some more meat off, and as you can now see, that protrudes halfway into the slot. So quite a lot of material has to come off. The great thing about this is it's completely foolproof, in as much as no measurements were taken to try and work out how narrow that's got to be. It's literally just been done by test fitting and then reapplying it. So when that goes in, it'll wallop. As tight as a tight thing. And there's a little bit just protruding, as you can see, below the level of the heel, so we just chop that off, and everyone's a winner, baby. All good. So repeat for the other wedge, and we're in business. Next time.